Good evening. Welcome everyone to 605 Pickleball Live. I'm your host, Rob Noonan. Just got back from Arizona late Tuesday night. Had a really good time out there this past week. I was volunteering for the PPA tournament, which is now in Lakeville, Minnesota right now, having their first indoor event. I was out there for the whole week, and I helped set up the center court on Monday, and then the rest of the week between helping Jigsaw out with their vendor booth and getting an opportunity to watch some high quality pro pickleball players. We had some Sioux Falls people that went out there and played. I think we had Jason Miller and his wife, Ann, and they played. And I think Aaron Ryder was out there, John Hedrick, Stephanie Gerlach, and Jonathan Van Tull. In fact, Stephanie and Jonathan won silver in 3-5. So that was really cool. I didn't get a chance to watch them much. A few games here and there. But anyway, I'm kind of excited about tonight. Tonight we're interviewing. Her name is Cathee Brunsma, and she's from Canistota. And I kind of ran across her last year. They were having a pickleball tournament. It was just kind of a small little thing. They only have 2 courts indoors, but they were doing it during Canistota days or something like that. I can't remember exactly what that was. But Mary and I had gone out there, and Rob and Tana Foss were out there, and they got an opportunity to play in it. And they needed somebody to run a tournament, so I went ahead and ran the tournament for them. And then through all that, I got to meet some of the players there. And then, of course, all the ladies wanted to come out and play on my pickleball court because they had never played outdoors before. So they came out last summer and played some games, and some laughs were had. So Cathee is now on here. I'll be bringing her on shortly. Just a reminder that I don't have somebody lined up for next week, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that I can possibly reach out to and see if they can come in, and we'll interview them. So without further ado, I'll bring in Cathee. Evening, Cathee.
Hey, Rob.
Hi. So why don't we start off first with how you first heard about pickleball, and maybe talk about how you went about going and buying your first paddle, and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so probably about 8-9 years ago, me and 2 other ladies that graduated high school together but had kind of drifted apart. 2 of us were real athletes through high school and college, and then the other one just did different lifestyle and stuff. So we ended up getting together, and the only time we could get together to have a meal was Holly was playing pickleball, and we're like, what is pickleball? And so she's like, well, just come and watch. So then we went and watched, had lunch, talked about it and stuff. And my friend Shelly's from California, Holly's from Brandon. And from then on, I kind of started playing a little bit and fell in love with it right away. And then Shelly started playing in California, and her daughter, must be about 25. They are really, really, really big into it because there's a lot of people out there in California.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then Holly's in Arizona, and she gets a lot of playing time. Played a couple times in Sioux Falls here and there. We play here at Canistota. We started on the tennis courts with playing with tennis lines.
Yeah.
And then we talked our city guy, Darren, into putting on some pickleball lines. And we've just kind of grown from there. Of course, we were using a tennis net.
Yes.
Because, the old tennis courts just have the permanent tennis net in. And then from there, we some people got together and went and talked to the school one day, and they said, yeah, you can paint lines before we wax the floor and stuff. And so they have lines now in the multi-purpose room. And
Yeah.
that's where we played for sport days last summer when we met you, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Sport days. I was trying to remember what
I
that
know.
was.
Yeah. It's
but
kind of a
you
dirty word to call it sports days.
yeah,
Or
yes,
to call it
exactly.
Canistota days.
Well, I mean, is that what it is when you guys have that once a year? Is it called Sports Day or is it called Canistota Days?
It's called sport days.
Sport Days. Okay.
So you
Okay.
learn quickly.
Yes, exactly. Now, if I remember right, you had told me that you weren't really expecting too many people to show up, and then we ended up having like 20 some people show up, didn't we?
Yes. And the funniest part of that is a lot of local people came in because it was hot and they thought, oh, we'll sit and watch this while it's nice and air conditioned. And then we talked some into playing, and we laugh about the one guy that came and played in his dudes and a pair of blue jeans. And I think he ended up with second place because through the drawings,
Yeah.
he ended up very lucky. So it was kind of fun.
Well, I mean, with two courts, we were pretty limited in what we could and couldn't do.
Right.
Obviously. Right. And so is there any, I mean, so when you first got into that school or whatever, and you got the two courts down, was there ever a chance of, do you have a chance of opportunity of maybe moving into another, like a middle school gymnasium and getting more courts, or how are you guys doing that right now?
When this all went through, we literally just put a new addition onto our school that's a brand new gym.
Mm-hmm.
So now our old gym that has a nice wood floor and everything, wood bleachers, they call it the barn now. It actually has some room. And we're looking at, when we play next week, that's our plan on Saturday, is to play in the bigger room to have more room between courts.
Okay. And then, so Cathee was just telling me that next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, they're going to have a pickleball tournament. And here's the flyer that we have. So it says, beat the 2022 Winter Blues Pickleball Tournament. Saturday, March 5th at 9 a.m. at the Canistota School Gymnasium. The registration fee is $15 for pre-registration, $20 day of, and you can pre-register by February 28th. I like that you have ages 14 plus. I think that's really cool that you're going to try to get kids involved. Concessions are not available. Snacks and refreshments are allowed. And then it says cash prizes, and it says for more information and register, please contact Wendy Kleinsasser, 605-421-8093, or Lori Forsma at 605-940-8032. The Venmo registration to WK9404. I think that's really cool that you guys are offering it through Venmo, because Venmo, I mean, Mary just showed me what Venmo was earlier this year, and it's like now I'm running my business through it and everything. It's just so much easier than PayPal and obviously cash and check. So you have the ages there. So I think we had kind of discussed that it would probably be better off that we should try, you guys would set it up for like a 2-5 division and a 3-0 division, which I think would work out really well, because most of the people that I see that you guys are playing with there are right in between the 2-5 and 3-0. So I think that could work out really well. And I guess I forgot to ask you, did you ask anyone to see whether or not you needed me to help you out with that?
We would love it.
Okay.
We would love it.
All right. I asked Mary about it the other day on the phone. I'm like, do we have anything going on next Saturday? And she goes, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, good, because we might be running a tournament.
There you
go.
There you go.
Mary and I had ran a couple tournaments for the Sioux Falls Area Pickleball Club, one outdoor and one indoor. So we can surely see, hopefully, it'd be nice to possibly get out there and find out, pre-measuring whether or not we can get 3 courts.
And we will,
Yeah.
We're going to look into that. I think this weekend or Monday or
Yeah.
Tuesday night. We'll
Yeah.
see. We're gonna have to put the lines down on Friday night. So that's where our Friday night, March 4th, is
Yeah.
spent putting lines down.
Yeah. So now, the tape that you guys are planning on using, what are you thinking? Masking tape,
Well, we got
painter's tape.
tape.
Yep. Okay. So if you got wood floors, are they really dark?
No.
So it's not like as dark as your door behind you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, no.
I had to think what door and what house I was in.
Okay. Well, and then the walls, what color are the walls?
Orange and white,
Orange and white. Okay.
but orange is up high, so
Yeah.
it's white.
Okay. All right. Well, that should be good there. I think you guys could probably get away with. I think we usually use like blue.
Yeah.
Blue, or you can use that green painter's tape.
Yep.
And then I would make sure you guys get 2-inch tape and not 1-inch tape.
Right. Right.
So
Yep.
now I know you have 2 portable nets. Do you have a third one available?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have the nets.
Yes. We
Okay.
had somebody buy one set, and then I had the city buy 2. So they
Okay.
did buy, or our Lions Club, I should throw a shout out for them. Our Lions Club was really instrumental in getting us some stuff to at least start playing
Yes.
while we were
Okay.
waiting for our new outdoor court.
Yes. Yep. And now, so why don't you let some people know about those courts? So you
Okay.
guys, you were just playing on one tennis court, right? And taping
Well,
the
we had
lines
2
last year.
huge tennis courts, but
Yep.
yeah, we usually tried to have a ball boy or 2 there for us.
I'm sure you guys have a lot of those running around too. So.
Yeah. So we talked to the city, did some grants. The city maintenance guy Darren and the city clerk Cathee were very instrumental in getting some grant money for us.
Yep.
And so that helped a lot. And then I think, if I remember right, they were able to put electricity in. We just don't have like the poles and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
And then we got 2 courts coming and fencing coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're in the middle of, with it being
Transition.
city owned,
Mm-hmm.
you got to go through some hoops there also. So.
Yep. So you said that they had 2 full-size tennis courts out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing if they were probably side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So technically you probably could have gotten 4 courts done there.
We could have, except for the cement poles or
Yep.
steel poles and cement.
Yep.
But we did look at that too, and then all of a sudden the city decided they had this little park area and they wanted to put it there, so they kind of took the lead on it, and we got 2 brand new because the pavement was old on the other one.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think I remember kind of coming across that when you guys were having that. Yeah. I have to show this. My friend Trevor, he's out at the PPA tournament in Minnesota right now, and my phone was ringing earlier, and I'm like, I have a pretty good idea if it isn't Mary who's sitting in the other room. It's Trevor. So, but anyway, well, that's really cool that at least you guys can have 2 courts. I mean, you guys have only been playing pickleball indoors now for like how many years? Just 1 year.
Yeah, they just did it before. Well, I can't even remember if sports days, if we had the lines down or if we just had masked them down. I can't remember. I lose track of things.
Well, if I remember, I think you guys have tape, but I mean, to think about that, you guys have been doing this for a little over a year now, and you're already getting 2 courts, outdoor courts done. That's fabulous, and
it is.
And what's good is you get 2 courts, and then you start getting more people involved that coming out during the summer, and they'll get an opportunity to see what pickleball is all about. Because obviously, if you drive by a gymnasium, you don't know what's going on in the gymnasium.
Exactly.
But when you guys are outside playing outside, then that'll give a lot of people go, ooh, maybe I should, check this out. So,
Yep. Yep.
and so I think that's really cool. That's,
And one
yeah.
thing with us putting the lines in the school too, the physical education teacher has started doing a little bit more with it too. And when we started putting the lines out at the tennis courts too, she started doing that. So kind of get the school bought into it a little bit. I'm thinking of trying to do like a camp next summer, just see if we can get some, give the kids something to do that they can do for relative. I mean,
Yeah.
not that you probably want to buy cheap wood sets of pickleball, but if that's what they can play with and that's what they have,
Yeah.
it gives them a chance to play and, one more good thing they can be doing.
Yeah, I'll surely I'll check in with ProLite because ProLite does make a wooden paddle, and I'll see if we have any of them laying around, and I'll see if I can get you guys some for the kids. And then that's probably something else we should try to get going is possibly doing like I know we're trying to work with Del Rapids Pickleball right now to do some sort of a clinic, but I think if you can get some people out there where they'd be interested in doing some sort of a kind of a beginners just to give, because a lot of people that come out and play pickleball for about a year or so, and if they're just playing in their group, they really don't understand kind of like some of the techniques or where you should place the ball or that sort of stuff, and it's really nice and it makes the game a lot more fun when you really kind of know what exactly you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. So
don't play tennis on a pickleball court.
That
was the best line we got out of that last summer.
Yeah, exactly. and there's still people that do that, but it's just it's kind of tough to change that up. So so did you get a paddle from a friend of yours, your first paddle that you had, or
I did, because it was kind of funny. My friend Holly, she's got smaller hands, and she ordered one off the internet because she was just starting too, and it was just too big a grip for her. Well, I got a little bigger hands, so I grabbed it. And she goes, "I'll sell it to you." And I think she sold it to me for half price, but it was a really, really pretty good one. And then, I got one. I got myself a birthday present and bought one from you that I really enjoy too.
I can't remember which one you got.
I can go look, but it's.
I'm going to guess it might be the Crush.
Can't remember.
Okay. Well.
Sad.
Yes. Sad that you can't remember what paddle's in your bag right now.
I only have one. I've got three now, but I mean, one's just a cheap one that I thought if my husband would play pickleball with me, he might
want to start
move on to get a nicer one, but that hasn't happened. So
he hasn't shown any interest to get out there and swing away.
I think it's even now. Like last night when we were talking about like when do we play and stuff like that. We literally have a text chat. Who can play? You know what I mean? Somebody just throws it out there. Who can play 10 o'clock on Saturday? Who can play? Because it's just all of us.
So how many
educators?
Yeah. How many would you say is all of us? Yeah. Like how many people do you think right now that are like would continually to play right now?
Probably 8 to 10.
Yep.
But we have a lot of snowbirds too.
Oh, you do?
They're playing, just not in Canistota.
Yeah.
They're probably getting a lot better because they're playing a lot more. But with things going on in the gym and all those types of things, it's tough to sometimes get in the school and stuff too. And
I suppose when you got only one gymnasium, is that gymnasium used? I'm gonna guess for like gray Y basketball and all that sort of stuff too.
We have the brand new gym, which is beautiful. Then we have the big barn, which is really nice, except when I was coaching volleyball, we didn't like the ceiling much.
Oh, because it was too short?
Fine with it. Yeah. There's a big vent that goes down the middle. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The funny story, we started volleyball here 25 years ago. And there was a story about our vent because like balls would get stuck up there.
Oh,
and there was one game the ref said one game volleyball went up, soccer ball came down on the other side, and they just kept on playing. So that's kind of our joke about that. But yeah, so it's the
It
new
just has a
gym is
lower
really
ceiling.
nice.
Yeah. Okay. Just a lower ceiling is all.
Yeah.
And it's called the barn.
Well, they just kind of, because now that we have, there was the multi-purpose room in the
Yep.
new gym. Well,
Yep.
now there's the new gym, and they don't want to call it the old gym, so I guess they started calling it the barn.
The barn. Okay.
Yeah.
Now is that attached to the actual the barn?
Yeah.
Is that attached to the school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. We have the term that's coming up next weekend. Who brought up that idea?
A couple of the people that were playing at the time, just Wendy, the girl that's taking
Yep.
the Venmo, and then a couple of the other girls just said, "Hey, this is crappy weather," and about 4 of our people have gone to play in tournaments.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
that's good.
I know I had talked to you at one time about any tournaments or something. It just didn't sound like there was much, and they came up with it and ran with it. They've done really
Yeah.
well with it. So,
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And to have 3 courts, hopefully, knock
Yeah.
on wood, that you guys can get 3
Yeah.
courts. I think we could run a nice little tournament for that. And let's see. Well, there was something else I was going to ask you about the tournament, but so did you discuss with him whether or not it'd be all right if we do some raffles?
yeah, I think it'd
okay,
be fine. Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if that was something we'd have to go through the city
No.
and find out.
No.
And then let's see. The banner. What was the time on that? Did I see
9.
what the time was? 9 in the morning.
Start.
So and the sign up would be like from 8 to 9.
Yeah,
I would
probably.
guess.
I don't know what they decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-registration Saturday at 9 a.m. So yeah, we might have to figure out if that's going to be a show up at 8 early and sign up, or show up at 9 and then start at 10.
Right.
But it is supposed to, we're going to try to get it all done in one day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
On a Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about tournaments earlier, and this is the big tournament that's coming up here. That is the Midwest Pickleball Showcase. It's the second year doing it. Matt's going to do Friday night this year too, or Friday. I don't know if it's Friday night or Friday day. But anyway, he had Saturday and Sunday, and in order to get it bigger, he's gonna get it on Fridays too. So if anybody's
play on Friday night.
Oh, are you? Good.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, the contact information is to get a hold of Matt Poyer is 712-899-7896. And he does have an email address, mpoyer@gmail.com. It's going to be at the Match Point, which is the tennis center over by the Pentagon. We had a lot of really good players coming from Kansas City, Minneapolis. We had people from Idaho. So it was a really nice event, and that was one of the events that I ended up housing a couple of people from Idaho and from Minnesota also. And then I don't have right with me. I don't think I do. But there is the Avera Pickleball Tournament.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one. I'm sorry. That's the one I'm playing on the Friday night.
Oh, the Friday night one. Okay.
Yeah. So don't say anything about the age of people that play that one.
Okay? Well, yeah, that won't be a problem. I'm trying to figure out if I can pull up the information for the Avera Pickleball Classic. It's Avera Pickleball Classic. It'll be from 18th through the 20th.
Yeah.
They said that they have expanded the tournament to 3 days of action to include 60 plus and 70 plus gender doubles, and for singles. And if I remember right, I think this is the first time that they're actually going to do a singles tournament at any pickleball event here in Sioux Falls.
Oh wow!
And so it sounds like a lot of people are starting to sign up for that. It should be a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mary and I were supposed to be going to Arizona, but we pushed that back a couple weeks So we are going to be there for that. And if anybody's coming from out of town and needs a place to stay, I do have a couple rooms for any out-of-staters or anybody that's going to be traveling. I think I do have Josh from Aberdeen that's going to come and stay. But anyway, that's for another day or another time. So other than the tournament and getting the new outdoor courts, Canistota, the pickleball is going real well there right now.
Yep. Little slow in the winter time, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing next week, well, probably the next week, things will start back up a little bit because boys basketball will be over too.
Yeah, exactly. So from after, so the start of next weekend at the barn,
Yep.
are you guys going to be planning on playing pickleball in the barn from here on out, or are you guys still going to do the other room?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we
Okay.
never talked about that much, but it depends on if they'll let us put lines down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The multi-purpose room's pretty easy because it's just a lunchroom, really.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so that nobody cares, but yeah.
Yeah, because the big thing is that I'm guessing that if they're going to be playing basketball and volleyball in there, they
Yep.
might not like the pickleball lines on there.
Right.
But with masking tape, you can take it on, take it off. You can
Right.
do 3 courts in maybe half hour, 45 minutes, if you measure correctly. We should get Mark Dennis from Del Rapids, since they do it like every weekend out in Del's in their high school. Yeah, Mark's probably pretty good at doing that. So maybe we can sign him up and ask him to come out and do your guys' courts for a fee of like a 12-pack or something. Because
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I want to thank you again, Cathee, for taking the time to do this.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, and it's Canistota Pickleball. Yep. You can get a hold of Cathee, you can get a hold of Wendy or Rachel. Just reach out to them and try to make it an attempt to come out and play with them on an evening or on a weekend, indoor or outdoor, and help support Canistota Pickleball. I think you guys are doing great for it being your first year, and you're already having your second tournament, technically.
I know,
your second
that's
tournament.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I'll surely do my best here when I get back I'm actually going up to the PPA tournament in Lakeville this weekend. See some. It's not that I didn't see enough pickleball last week. Last week, but yeah. But I have a good friend, Matt Weller, that's lives in Mankato, and I haven't seen him in a while. So I'm gonna go stay up at his house for the weekend. We're gonna go up there and watch some pickleball up there and stuff like that. So hold on, let's see, Dylan Pearson.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, let's see what Dylan's got to say. He says, "Just say the words pickleball anywhere in canisters, and Cathee Brunsma will find you."
Oh, looks like spell check hit it. That's my son.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, oh, that's cool. All right. Well, thanks again, Cathee, for doing that, and I'll reach out to you probably next Sunday. I'll try to reach out to you Sunday, and we'll try to find out, if you need help painting taping the lines or measuring the lines, whatever, like anything that you guys need help with, when I can, I'll surely make do of it. So,
all right. I appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, Cathee.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out and watching another podcast of 605 Pickleball Live. We don't know exactly what is going to transpire for next weekend. I do have someone from Aberdeen that I'm going to try to reach out to. I also have some opportunities for next month. Possibly going to be able to interview David Pickleball from Minneapolis and Susanna Barr from Idaho, who actually came out and did the clinics at before the Huther tournament last summer. So hopefully we're going to be able to get them to find a date that's going to work. And I have a couple other. I may have to interview Heather Sieve, a local player here that just got gold in 3.5 singles up at the PPA tournament up in Lakeville, Minnesota today. So we have a lot of great people that we could interview just to promote pickleball in the state of South Dakota and the surrounding areas. And, maybe we can try to get, if you know of anybody that be interested in playing in this pickleball tournament next weekend in Canistota, I'm going to guess that it's going to be a 2-5 to 3-0 tournament. Some of the ladies that have been playing for a while, but I don't think that any of them would feel real comfortable having some good 3.5 players coming in and playing. But I think having a 2-5 3-0 tournament is going to be really good. Then most people that can then come out and play in the tournament. You don't have to have much experience, just know the basic rules. And I'm sure it's going to be a really fun time. All the ladies out in Canistota are a blast. And got a chance to visit with them quite a bit last summer. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for the night. Once again, thank you for hanging around and making a few comments here and there. And thanks, Trevor, for calling during the interview. But that's kind of expected from Trevor, being up there in the cities right now. But anyway, yes, I'm going to call it right there. And we'll see you all next Thursday. Keep on looking on my personal page for my guests and on the Pickleball Works page. And I'm going to be in Minneapolis this weekend, so I might even run into a couple of people there and talk to them about possibly having future people on my podcast. So once again, thank you again for listening to 605 Pickleball Live.